I think that people need to know the direction that they want to go.
Okay.
Out of high school, instead of being like, hey, like you have to go to college, you have to do this, you have to do those things. So
I was actually just going to say, like, one of the things that really bugs me, and I don't think it's necessarily as much of a problem now as it was kind of like when we were kind of coming out of school around that kind of timeline, that it was like beat into you that you go to school, then you go to college. Like, that's just what you did, even if it was just for general fucking bullshit. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I need to go to school and be in debt to go do something that I don't know that I want to do or have any clue what I want to do yet?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I do just want to open up a dive bar. Why do I need to go to college for that? Technically, guys, I talked my brother Devin out of going to college, and my mother thanked me.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be a tattoo artist. He's a great fucking artist.
Yeah.
Why do you don't go to college for that, man? You're an apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, if you want to go to school for like marketing as your backup, yes, go do that then.
Mm-hmm.
Have your degree. Don't go to college just because it's what society says you have to do.
Right. Go to college because you should.
Correct.
Right.
It's like, dude, even if you go to like a local college, you're going to be in debt 20, 30, 40 grand. Easy.
Yeah.
I went to school for 6 months at a private school and still racked up 50 grand, 40 grand, 30 grand. And it was for a 12-month program with $60,000.
See,
it's like, what the fuck?
See, this is the thing that
for 12 months.
I think that I don't want to get into the whole, like, should education be paid for or not? Like, I mean, obviously I think you can tell, like, you probably can tell what we think, but the point is that it's like, man, like, I have seen so many people in my life that, it's like they have this, I don't know who exactly said this, but I remember talking to a friend of mine, and it was like one or two people, and I was like, so like, how's everything going? Like, you finished up your semesters and stuff, you're good. And they're like, yeah, my loan payments are like $800 a month.
Right.
And I just looked at them and I'm like, how are you supposed to do anything?
Don't know.
And this is the thing that I think that for anybody that's younger that's watching this, or anybody that, has maybe not made that leap yet, is that depending on what you want to do, man, like there is nothing that is written in stone that you have to have a degree to be able to be successful in life.
Correct.
And I think that, again, like a degree, I think, if you're going to pursue something, that, it's like you need certain credentials to do things. Like, clearly a doctor needs a degree. You need to go to school.
Well,
to
I
go to,
want him to have a fucking degree if he's going to remove something out of my body or whatever it is.
Right. And it's, but who was the friend of yours in Pittsburgh that I remember when we visited you the one time, we were walking down the Strip, and it was what I remember was he was almost kind of like a bigger dude. He was rolling dough or like was doing something in the background. And you were like waving to him and stuff. We're like, oh, who's that? And we're like, oh, this is so and so. You're like, yeah, he just started making stuff and became successful.
Yeah,
like, it's like he found something he was good at. Man,
the name is blanking on me because it was the only spot. I think he had one other spot, but it was like a cafe. It was like Ralph's Cafe or it was something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was his name, and I want to say he worked in a kitchen or something prior, but like he had like basic experience and then like worked in I believe just like higher end kitchens, and just said, fuck it, I can do this. And it was, dude, no joke. The whole place was, maybe if you took out every wall down here and had the garage open, it was that big. It was not, not that your basement's small, but I'm saying for a kitchen and a little eat-in diner plus a register and everything, like, it was small, but he was only open from like 7 until like 2.
That's right. He did more the early day thing.
Right. Because it was basically come get your breakfast, brunch, or lunch, and then it was over. And then he went home. He was very successful. He didn't go to school for that.
No.
I mean, that's technically what I was going to school for and how I met the person I was in Pittsburgh with. But it's the fact of that did keep my attention. I wanted to go for that. I was also 21 years old, 22 years old when I went. I didn't go directly out of high school. I waited.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure it was something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I didn't just go, that. Mm-hmm. And go waste money and piss away money and have mom co-sign for something that I didn't want to do or whatever it was. Right. You got to think, like, if it's just because you're 18 years old now and you want to be a fireman, let's just say that. Okay. But maybe your views and things change and you're like, no, I want to be a doctor or I want to be a dentist. Okay, well, if you just pursued everything at 16, 17, 18 years old as a fireman, you would have never known or tried to do this other thing.
You would have been enslaved to, like, well, maybe not for firemen, but right.
Like, sorry, that was maybe a poor analogy.
Well, no, but it's, the point I think still stands. Is like you would have been a slave to this other thing you had to finish or pay off.
Because you're a kid still. Again, and essentially like still a teenager. You don't know what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm an adult and I still don't know what I want to do half the fucking time. What's today? Wednesday? What am I doing tomorrow? Don't fucking know. Like, no, it's just the fact of like, having that mindset, I think, does ruin some people in some ways where they're like, oh, this is what I wanted to do when I was a teenager. Mm-hmm. Well, what about now when you're 40? No. Okay, well, how much money, you know, like all this time and books and you know, all this stuff, like, sure, sororities and parties are fun, but dude, why do I want to pay 50 grand to go party once in a while?
Right.
Like you still have to focus and be there. It's like, dude, college is just something, education should be at will. And I know that sounds stupid, but I mean like after school, like your education should be because you want to, not because society thinks you should.